welcome to the second edition of the 7-Star Walker Insta Live series. Last week we started this amazing series and it was an amazing session that we begin with last week. And today I want to talk about something that is very important that every professional, every business person will need to scale in whatever we are doing. And today I'll be talking about presentation skills, becoming an effective presenter, or we can say becoming an effective public speaker. And someone said, okay, why would I know someone might be asking, okay, public speaker, are you saying I should become a public speaker? The truth is, every one of us is a speaker. Every one of us is a public speaker. Every one of us is a presenter. As long as you are selling, as long as you are communicating, as long as you are reaching out to people, you are a speaker. You are a speaker. So it is not until you do it professionally or you train people, you are a speaker. And that's why someone said talk is cheap. Depends on who is talking. Talk is cheap, yes. As long as you talk, you are communicating. But you have to be careful and whatever you are communicating is positive. So the difference between a talker and someone that is being paid for talking is simply because the person that is being paid for talking either is talking to either make you feel better or is talking to either give you direction. So we can say, okay, comedian is talking to make you feel better, to make you laugh. Maybe a trainer, a facilitator, a speaker like me, okay, we are talking to help you get direction and to help you get focus for whatever you're doing. So public speaking is an effective tool that is required and that is needed for every professional that wants to scale height. It's needed for a business person, it is needed for a career person, it is needed for someone that is looking for a job. Because even when you go to interviews, that process of interview, it's a process of presenting, it's a process of communicating your thoughts, communicating your personality, your ideas, and then you need a basic understanding of this to help you. So presentation skills is what I want to talk about today. I'm going to share a few steps or points that can help you scale height in your presentation skills, that if you have this, anytime you contribute at workplace, anytime you contribute at a meeting, people will listen to you. People will want to hear you talk, because you are not just talking because you just talk. You are not contributing because you want to contribute, but you are talking from the in-depth knowledge, in-depth understanding that you can. What I want to mention today is number one, develop a clarity on the subject you are talking about. Develop clarity about the things you are talking about. See, it is so much important for you to have a clear understanding of what you are trying to communicate. Either in your organization, you want to communicate in a meeting, and this is so important when you're having your team meeting. It's so important for you to put your thought into a well-defined process before you contribute. And that's why listening skill is important to enhance your clarity, especially in meetings. So if there is a meeting, you can listen. Now, in that process of listening, you are gathering knowledge, you are gathering information, and you are processing that information through your mind for you to be able to get clearer view of what is being talked about. So clarity about a subject is important. Clarity about an idea is important. Clarity about a discussion is important. Clarity about a project is important. You need a clarity about what you're doing. For example, if you're a business person, I was telling someone this. I said, look, you need clarity about the type of business you are doing, and you need clarity about the business environment itself. So what am I saying? For example, if you are into fashion, now you don't just need understanding about the fashion alone, the fashion business, you need understanding about business as a whole. You holistic thing about business, what business is all about as a whole. For you to be able to scale through, for you to be able to reach your people. If you work in an organization, for example, you're an IT person, you work in an IT firm, you are so good in coding, you are so good in AI. See, you don't just need an understanding of AI alone. You need the understanding of professional environment. You need the understanding of business environment. You need the understanding of what business is all about. You need the understanding of what business entails. Now, so look, three things. Even the understanding of your skill, the understanding of the business of your skills, and the understanding of the business community itself, because this is so important for you to scale. So clarity about the subject is so important in developing an effective presentation skills. Clarity about what you want to talk about is important. Number two, study. Now, the Bible says, as believers, if you're a believer that you are here, you Christians, the Bible says, study to show thyself approved. Now, study to gain clarity. Clarity does not just come. Clarity comes through study. Clarity comes through research. Clarity comes through finding. I mean, most times, most of us, we just find on surface. We just find, especially this new age, we find for show. We research for show. We research for how would I put it? We research for glamour. We study for glamour. We don't study for in-depth. Oh, somebody is trying to read a book. Somebody is trying to find understanding. Oh, so that people can know you know about this. No, that's not what we're talking about. You study for in-depth. And the truth is, if you study for glamour immediately, now what it does to you is, oh, this person is so good. It attracts people to you. And then it makes people leave you easily. Because what will happen, they attract to you based on what you're saying, but internally there is no depth inside you. So immediately that surface leaves, they connect with you and they see that they are not getting what you portray that you have to them. And then gradually they will start decreasing from you, and then there is problem. And it's also happened in organizations too. You work in the place, you are displaying knowledge, you are displaying research because you need a position, because you need a post, because you want people to come close to you, and then they come close to you and you cannot deliver again. Yes, you can use that as a bait to attract people to you, but you have to keep them. And how do you keep them? You keep them through constant study. So study to show thyself approved. Study to show thyself approved. Clarity comes through study. For effective presentation, you need to study. You need to research about what you're talking about or about what you're doing. This is so important. Number three, build your confidence in and out. Confidence is not out in. Confidence is in. You need to heal yourself before healing others. You need to be sure of yourself internally. Build your confidence inward so that outward you can give you better results. Build confidence. Talk to yourself. I mean, I do this a lot, especially in the times of COVID, where we use full nose masks. When I'm on the road, I talk to myself. I talk about the subject I want to talk about. I rehearse it when I'm alone, when I'm in the bedroom, I rehearse it. When I'm alone, I rehearse. Even when I'm walking, when I'm talking to myself in the room, I rehearse it. I display it. Now, what am I doing? I'm building confidence internally. I'm telling myself, okay, about it. Okay, yes, this is it. 7-star Insta Life. Oh, presentation skills. This is what it entails. So you need to build yourself in and out. You see, even if you go to a class and go and study about a particular about presentation, and go and study about a particular course, see the practicality of that. Your lecturer, your teacher, your facilitator, they will do the talking, they will do the surface, they will fulfill their mission. But the activation of that thing that you learn is with you. So it is so important for you to build your confidence in and out. Build solid from inside. I talk about this very much. Be solid in and out. Be solid from your within. Pay attention to your within than your external places. Pay attention to your internal than your external, because when your internal is strong, it will help your external communication. It will help your external attribution. So it is so important for me and you to build our confidence in and out. Number three, and number four, the final one, contribution. And this is so important. I said it last week in my video. I said, don't say, oh, I'm black, they are not calling me. I said, raise your hand, contribute, share. Now, if you have developed a knowledge about the subject, or you develop a clarity, understanding about things around you, country, the people around you, the business you are doing, the business world generally, the economy of the world generally, the present shadows of economy in the global trend. Now, if you have developed understanding and clarity about this, now nobody will know that you contribute. And how do you contribute? You contribute in meetings, you contribute in gatherings. When you're having a meeting and they say, look, is there anybody that wants to contribute something? Contribute. Somebody said, oh, what if I say something wrong? Say something wrong. To find where the fault is and begin to make amendments, and then you do fine. Quickly, before I round up this session this afternoon, 4 things to build your communications, to build your presentation skills, to build your public speaking, your communication skills. Number 1, develop a sound understanding about the subject, gain clarity. Number 2, study to show thyself approved. Number 3, build your confidence in-house. Number 4, contribute. Bring what you know out on the board, and then you'll see yourself scaling. Thank you so much for joining me again this wonderful evening. I hope a few words of mine have helped you, and then I believe you would put this in practice at your work, and then you will see yourself scaling. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.